running, and I believe that it's all systems go right now because I see this video running on the Patreon page, to be honest with you. Although, there are kinks to be worked out still. There are kinks to be worked out. Yet we're off and running. Welcome aboard to a new era. This is Sports Rage. Sports Rage Premium. Sports Rage Premium. As we launched on Saturday night, that was really just a test run, so to speak. We got out of the gate with an epic show on Saturday night. Sunday night, we had a couple of technical issues that we had to figure out before the real launch here this evening. And now we're off and running. And it's nice to see that it's all systems go right now. And that, the problems, a little anticlimactic with the opening, just because I don't really know if, I asked you guys on Twitter, and I don't know what your deal is, Bruce Chad. You only bitch when shit isn't working. You never tweet and say, oh yeah, it's good. 10 minutes ago, I tweeted out on Twitter, it's open. Please let me know. Nothing. So then I just assumed, all right, these jackasses would be fucking complaining. And now, hey, you're paying. You're premium clients right now. You deserve, some quality content and some production value. You're not getting any. Good production value, but you are going to get some quality content. You are going to. As far as the production value, hey, the backdrop's not bad, huh? The backdrop's not bad. The video is nice and clear. The sound is good. We're gonna get a mic. We're gonna pick up the production as we go on here. Yeah, we'll be with you every Tuesday night, every Thursday night, every Saturday night, and every Sunday night. That's the new Sports Rage schedule. And I'm going to change up the front page on Patreon. I'll just put the schedule up to make it simpler. I want to welcome the newcomers on board right now. If anybody has any issues, if you were billed for 1 day or something like that, let me know. All we can really do is add on a free month or something like that. But we double check, we triple check. Nobody's had any issues yet. That's a very good question, Babano. That's a very, very good question, actually. And if I can add, who is MMA Madness? What's your name, MMA Madness? Now, as far as a thumb down is concerned, I don't know. Did someone pay just to give me a thumbs down? We are unlisted. I don't know. Maybe somebody fucking stumbled upon us on YouTube somehow, on the unlisted world. Because we are technically on YouTube right now, right? We don't have a choice. We're broadcasting on YouTube through Patreon. And we'll figure it out. We might even be public right now on Patreon. I'm not even sure. But I didn't want to fuck around. I wanted to make sure that the show got up, and I didn't want to start clicking too much and screwing around too much. Who's MMA Madness? Because, what's your name, Madness? MMA Madness. I gotta believe that there was an intruder. Trump is right. We gotta build a fucking wall around the world of sports rage. We need a wall around me. We need a wall. Yeah, but the thing is, Big Will, nobody knows that. All right? No, nobody knows that, Big Will. Yeah, let's be real. The Rageaholics aren't the sharpest bunch. I mean, these guys are still trying to fucking figure out, like, the sound doesn't work on Red Heat and Rage. It's like, well, you know, I've only tweeted 22 fucking thousand times. What I don't understand is how people can follow a tweet and arrive at the video without actually reading it. So it goes to show that they actually don't read, like I tweet the Patreon link out and people ask me, what's this about? Well, if you would actually take fucking 30 seconds to read the link, you will see what Sports Rage on Patreon is all about. I don't have time to read the link. The sports actuary. That's actually, you know what? I never thought about that, Bretsky. That's true. Just because people signed up doesn't mean it went through, right? I actually did I just got a post from Patreon stating, congratulations, you just made, I made X amount. For the first time, people got charged today. Or yesterday. It says, you people are charged, we owe you the money. And we'll pay you next month. Thanks, IBM. Fucking IBM sits on the money for 30 days. I'd really like to know what happens to the, I'd really like to know what happens. Yeah, but if you're on Patreon, how did you get the, anyways, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Yeah, like, exactly. Oh, yeah, I never thought about that. I got screwed over. You know, the sign-ups aren't guaranteed till the credit card goes through. That happened to me with Brian Blessing. Brian Blessing bothered me so fucking much to sign up for that United Game shit. I finally signed up, but my credit card got rejected. So I was a sign up, but I got the boot. Yeah, so we're going to adjust now. To be honest with you, I was unaware of the US dollar thing. Now, I got to tell you, I better get paid in fucking US dollars. Because if they charge US dollars and they're paying me in Canadian dollars, like what's happening to the other dollars? That's like a lot of dollars. That's like fucking 30-40% kicking around in the air here. And I got to be honest with you, I did not know that it was US. So that's why we're going to lower the price next month. Yeah, we're going to lower the price. So I appreciate the hardcores. You guys are in for the long haul. If you signed in for the first month, as I stated, I promise we are going to lower the price as we move forward. So, anyways, I'm not going to do the show following your guys' complaints in the chat here. It wasn't US for me, it was Canadian. Whatever. I got one dude who's complaining, who's saying that he got booted out. It's like, I don't know, maybe his card was declined. I don't know what to tell you. Like, we never had anybody else. We haven't had any complaints yet, all right? So we're all good. There might be a couple of freeloaders right now, but it's all right. It's all right. You're gonna get a sample, and we're gonna fucking build a wall. We're gonna shut it down. We're gonna shut that shit down. The only thing is, I don't want to do this mid-show right now because I don't want everything to crash. Now, first off, you have to understand that Patreon's owned by Ustream, all right? So, right off the top here, right off the top, we sort of, we're not expecting perfection. We'll put it this way. All right, so there's a lot of stuff to get to today. I saw you guys talking about my rant earlier in the day on game time decisions. I discussed the Adam Jones situation. Now, listen, I know there's some good people from Boston. Old man's a great guy. Old man's not racist. Old man, my boy, he's a great guy. Slick Picks. Slick Picks from Boston. Slick Picks from Boston. Great guy. You know, we can go on and on. You know, we know a lot of nice people from Boston. And there are nearly 5 million people in Boston. I looked it up. It's like 4.97 million or something like that. 4.7 million, 4.9, whatever it is in the greater Boston area. So there's nearly 5 million people. You can't blanket 5 million people. But let's be real. I mean, it's not just me. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. And the facts are that pretty much on an annual basis, something happens racial in Boston. And as I stated in my video today, you know, people of Boston, or, you know, not all of them, so I don't want to, you know, as people of Boston, but the thing is in Boston is they're so defensive. Like, they really do have an us against the world mentality because they think everybody's out to get them. All right? They really do. They're out to get us because of the Patriots, because they're jealous of us. You know, Patriots win all the time. You guys are just jealous, so you accuse us of cheating. It's like, no, we accuse you of cheating because you're cheaters. Like, we accuse you of cheating because you've been caught cheating numerous fucking times. It's not in our head. It's not in our head. Now, they get defensive about that. They get defensive about that. Now, they get defensive about the racist stuff as well. We're not racist. You know, we're not racist. You know, it's blown out of proportion, isolated incidences. But the fact of the matter is, they're not isolated incidences. The fact is, 34 people got kicked out last night for yelling racial shit. 34 people. That's a lot of people. Like, that doesn't happen at Alabama football games. Like, people, that's not, I was at a Mississippi LSU game, Mississippi State LSU game. I didn't hear one N-bomb, right? There was nothing racial, like, really. Like, people, oh, the South. And it's funny because I thought Boston and Massachusetts was a big liberal area. But it goes to show, like, liberals are every bit as fucking racist, if not more racist, than the so-called rednecks and Southerners, etc. You know, as I stated today in the video, there's a long history of this in Boston. There's a long history of this. Did you know that the Boston Red Sox were the last team to integrate? The Boston Red Sox, they weren't down with having a black dude on their team. And they waited so long. Think about this. Jackie Robinson played for 9 years. Jackie Robinson played in the major leagues for 9 years. First black baseball player, 9 years. The Red Sox didn't have a first black guy until 3 years after he retired. Like, think about that. Like, all right, he breaks the color barrier. And don't forget, right after Jackie Robinson was Larry Doby on the Cleveland Indians, who doesn't get enough respect because he took a lot of fucking crap too, except he was right after Jackie, you know? So, yeah, Larry Doby in Cleveland, you know, Jackie. But then when people saw how good Jackie Robinson was, they were like, man, we got to start getting some black guys on our team because this guy. Like, not the Boston Red Sox. 12 fucking years. The Red Sox were the last team to have a black guy play. 12 years after Jackie Robinson. That's a long time. That's pretty racist stuff right there. Like, that's like South type shit, if not worse. Yeah, you guys might integrate, but it doesn't mean we are. It doesn't mean we are. So 12 fucking years. So I got a guy today on YouTube. He saw the video from Boston. He's like, go fuck yourself. You're all racist from Montreal. We're all racist from Montreal. Fucking Jackie Robinson played for the Montreal Royals. All racist in Montreal. 1948, Jackie Robinson's on the Montreal Royals. Says the first time he ever ran from a mob of white people that he wasn't scared. They were chasing him for his autograph. Now, Montreal's not perfect. And I would admit, I call Quebec out all the time. Montreal's not perfect, but Montreal's not overly the top racist place. People think Montreal is more racist than it is. It really isn't. Like I said, I'm from Montreal. Like, there's not a lot of racial tension in Montreal. There's more linguistic tension than racial tension. Like, we'll put it this way. Like, there are a lot of Haitians in Quebec. And there's no, because they speak French. You know what I mean? Like, if you speak French, there's no issue, really, in Quebec. But the thing is, with Boston, there's a pattern here. There's a consistent pattern, from the PK Subban stuff to the last player with Jackie Robinson to, it's been repeated. Jim Rice is one of my favorite players growing up. Jim Rice is on the Boston Red Sox. And Jim Rice went through hell in Boston. He was a great player, but they were always on him. Every time he got into a slump, it was Jim Rice. The Red Sox organization used to hire private investigators to follow the black players on the team to see what they were up to. Like, they're a racist organization. And they just are. Like, I hate to, I don't disparage it, because if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, I'm not saying you are a racist. I'm telling you, there's a culture of racism in that stadium and around that organization. And I think today's owners are sickened by it. They were very vocal about this last night. They need to revoke people's season tickets and boot people out and ban them from life. Like I said, I believe in the First Amendment. You're allowed to be a racist shithead if you want to be. But at the same point in time, I've always said this. Like, you're free to say whatever you want to say, but they're also free not to let you in. It goes both ways. And even as a big loudmouth jackass, I've always said that. It was like Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani was free to break that story. And UFC, they were within their rights to tell Ariel, get the fuck out of the building. It goes both ways, right? Everybody's free to do what they want to do, including businesses. So, to me, the Boston Red Sox, you guys should find out, all those people you kicked out, are they season ticket holders? If they are, revoke the season tickets and ban them for life. Find out who the jackasses were, ban them for life, send a message to every Red Sox fucking jerk-off that loves their beloved Red Sox so much that, hey, you guys fucking act like racist pricks in our stadium. We're going to ban you for life. I mean, what is this? Fenway is like a fucking European soccer game now. Now, as I stated, like there's a pattern of this. Jim Rice investigated. Big Papi went through shit. It was only after they won that Big Papi was okay with them. And that's the thing that they're going to tell you. Hey, no, we're not racist. We love Big Papi. Yeah, Big Papi was on the Baltimore Orioles, he'd be yelling racial shit at him. Like, now the New England Patriots, they don't have a history of racism. We can't say every team in Boston. I mean, Bill Russell went through a lot of crap there. You know, Bill Russell went through a lot of crap. But, in my opinion, and I watch a lot of basketball, and I'm watching the Boston Celtic game right now, Boston Celtic fans are pretty classy. You know, they're intense, they're into it, amongst the most knowledgeable basketball fans in the league. You know, they're not yelling racial shit at basketball players, and you know, they seem to know when to clap. They're classy, like they get it. Like, so I'm not saying every Boston sports team and fans and stuff, but they're all fans of the same fucking teams. I mean, Bruin fans are fucking dumbasses, all right? They just are. I mean, like I said in the video today, I know they are. You know, I grew up in Montreal. I've seen them. I remember I went to Cape Cod on vacation, man, with my fucking grandfather. People are like fucking like yelling shit at us on the road. Go back to Quebec, you fucking French ass frogs, and like they don't like anybody there. And it's funny because somebody brought up to me today that, you know, Boston's a very Irish city, and the Irish were treated like shit when they arrived, yet they don't seem to see the irony in it. I stand by what I say. Boston can go fuck themselves. You know, Boston's a nice city too. Like, I've been to Boston. It's a nice city. It's a great sports town and stuff. But like I said, they're douches. To me, like, the Boston sports scene is like Duke or something. It's a bunch of fucking jackass, frat boy, Kennedy fucking types. Fucking, you know, date rape, racist fucking cocksuckers, you know? Now, the Boston Bruin fans, listen, there have been racial incidences with the Boston Bruin fans. But we can't discount the fact that the Boston Bruins were also the first team to have an African black guy. They had the first black guy, Willie O'Ree. You know, we can't discount that. You can't give the Dodgers credit for having the first black baseball player, not the Bruins. You know, Bruins deserve credit for that. When PK Subban went through the racial shit in Boston during the playoffs, remember Cam Neely was pissed. He was very vocal about it. He even said, "We'll kick you out, man. We'll find out who you are. And you're done." So, you know, the Bruins tried to put this out. Now, tonight, Adam Jones, I expected them to applaud Adam Jones this evening. I expected them to applaud Adam Jones this evening, to send the message, hey, we're not racist, etc. But I got to be honest with you. It seemed a little bit forced, and it wasn't like over the top, like we stand against this. It was sort of, hey, we better fucking, you know, we better do something here. You know, we better clap a bit because America's watching us right now. We'll see if anyone yells at anything at Jones yet. One thing I will say about Jones is I don't know why he keeps on getting it. Because, it's happened in a couple of stadiums with Jones right now. And it's almost like he's the guy. Like, oh, let's abuse Adam Jones type of deal. I like to see I wish they did this to Albert Bell. I wish they did this to Albert Bell when Albert Bell was on the Cleveland fucking Indians. Albert Bell would have fucking killed them. He would have killed somebody. And good to see you, Rob Danner. Welcome aboard, bro. Remember Albert Bell, one of the meanest dudes to play baseball. So Albert Bell, I remember somebody was mouthing off at Albert Bell once. It's fucking classic, man. Somebody was mouthing off at Albert Bell, and Bell's in right field. And, you know, they're doing the warm-up in between innings and throwing the ball, and someone's really letting Bell have it, fuck. So Bell turns around and just fucking whips the baseball at him, fuck. Like, Buddy was up there, too, eh? Like, Bell just looks, fucking zings it into the fucking crowd. No one would do that nowadays. This wasn't even that long ago. It's amazing how pussified we are nowadays. But, like, Bell just, like, what? He turned around, he fucking whips the fucking baseball into the crowd, except Albert Bell's luck, he fucking hit the chick right next to the dude he was trying to hit. And what's amazing about this, like I said, the person was like fucking 18 rows up or something. Like, he was a nut job to throw it that far and think he was going to hit someone. He was so confident in his aim. He was like, I'm going to get this guy. So he fucking whips it. So he hit this chick, except the chick was like a school teacher. So, like, and the chick wasn't even with the dude he was trying to hit. So Albert Bell fucking whips it at this heckler, fucking nails a school teacher. He settled. He paid the chick. He paid the chick. He paid the chick. So Albert Bell was a fucking nut job. He nearly killed Bob Costas after the World Series. Bell once had a fucking bad game, and he came into the clubhouse after, and he took his bat and he started smashing shit. Except, like, Albert Bell, like, his teammates didn't like him because he was a nut job. He was just an asshole to everybody. One of these guys. He wasn't if he's on your team, it's cool. No. He was just like, so. Albert Bell had a bad game, so he came into the clubhouse. Like, he got kicked out of the game type shit. He went in ahead of everyone. So he got booted out, and he fucking goes into the clubhouse. And after the game, they have a big food spread out everywhere. And there's, like, beers and food and, you know, pizza and whatever. Like, you know, a lot of junk food and shit. So it's like right after the game, the players come into the clubhouse so they can eat, and there's shit there for them. So Albert Bell fucking goes in there, man, and he fucking flips the fucking food table. And they're telling him, they're like, way to go, dude. You just fucking ruined, like, everyone's fucking meal after the game. Like, yeah, thanks, Albert. So Albert Bell comes in, fucking flips the fucking food table over, takes a baseball bat and starts smashing shit up. He fucking smashed, like, Omar Vizquel's fucking, like, gold glove trophy. He smashed, like, his teammate's trophy. He's like, oh, sorry, no, I didn't really realize. Like, fucking, he just, like, went fucking insane. He started smashing the food up, fucking swinging the bat around. I guess he threw a fucking bat, and it fucking hit, like, it hit Vizquel's locker type shit, and it broke his fucking trophy. So they walk in after the game. There's Albert Bell. Your fucking room's trash. There's no food. And sorry, I broke your fucking trophy. Like, he was a real nut job. Hell of a fucking player, though. He was a really good player. He sort of raged himself out of the league, though. Like, he was such a nut job, and people were concerned, like, around him. Like, it got to the point they were like, you know, he could snap at any time. Like, his teammates didn't talk to him type shit, really. You know, he wasn't like, you didn't want to talk to Albert Bell too much. Be careful what you say to Albert Bell. All right, so we got the Nashville Predators. Listen, the Preds are at home. I think they're hot. They got the momentum. We're on the Rangers. The Rangers are up 4-1 right now after 2 periods of play. We're on the Washington Wizards. You never know what'll happen in these Wizard games, though. We're also on the over. That's looking good. Oh, the second half has just started. Second half total. Well, in game's 240, 239 and a half. They're already at 200. They're already at 131. Sorry, they're already at 134 fucking points. I'm gonna grab a piece of the over. As crazy as it sounds, they're like I said, they only have to score 110 here. They can't stop each other. That's why, like today, I did the DraftKings lineup, and I even said on the show today, you figure it's crazy that I just took the in-game over here, so 239.5. So, like I said, the DraftKings, I'm loading up on Boston Celtics and Washington Wizard players instead of the Golden State Warriors. Because these guys, they don't play defense. It's fucking insanity. Now, you think about it, the total in this game was 218. Like, we're on pace for 240 right now. Now, it'll inevitably slow down a bit, and as soon as I click it, the in-game just fell to 237.5. But, like I said, it'll get there. All we need them to do is score like 108 fucking points in the second. 109 points, and we win the bet. So they scored 131 in the first. You're telling me we can't get 109 in the second? They'll get 113. It'll be a sweat job. It'll get there. So, yeah, I'm taking the Nashville Predators. And then coming up here later, a little basketball, game 1. Treacherous, always dangerous, betting against the Golden State Warriors. But I'm going to take the 13 points. 13 points, a lot of points. So I want to welcome Andy Martin aboard. Good to see you, Andy. Thanks for joining. I do appreciate the support, guys. You guys rock. You guys rock. All right, so I see here now, we're also, Rob Danner's asking, how does he chat? So it could be on the Patreon page or the YouTube page. It's very bizarre. I don't understand why they just don't put it on the Patreon page and you guys don't see this YouTube shit at all. I don't get this, but whatever. We'll figure it out as we go. The thing is, Robin Black's on Patreon. He's not doing live shit, though. He's posting the video. It's easy to post the video. It's harder to encode this shit and do it live. Exactly. This is our first night. And, 30 plus US. I didn't know it was US. A little pricey. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and lower the price. I'm going to lose money on this. But we're going to get it to... we want to get it to $20 a month. $20 a month is very fair. $20 a month is very fair. $5 a week, $20 a month. It's like $1.25 a show. If people don't want to pay the $1.25 a show, then, whatever. I really didn't know what to charge out of the gate. Listen, the Saturday night and the Sunday stuff and the NFL shit, it's a lot of content we're going to be giving people, but we want to make it affordable. We want to have as many people. The only thing is, Bruce, I'm not really sure how many more people we'll get by lowering it. But anyways. I appreciate that, Lisa. So the New York Rangers were the desperate hockey team. And they're up 4-1. The St. Louis Blues are going to be a desperate hockey team this evening, yet I don't know if it's going to matter. I think Nashville's going to take a 3-1 series lead. And then maybe St. Louis wins the next game. Game 5, make it 3-2. And then Nashville probably eliminates them in 6. Nashville's defensemen, man, they keep on scoring goals. Lethal. So here, judge for yourself. So here's the there's a couple of, I got to be honest too. This is where, like, when you're in the media, you can really choose how you want to portray things. Because I heard one video. There's one shot. This is Adam Jones' at bat. All right, this is Adam Jones at bat. And I heard there's one video, and I'm like, that's not really that great. I'm like, it's sort of a forced, let's just clap. But then I heard another one from someone in the stands on their phone, and it does sound more genuine when you hear the close sort of, except, I don't know. Well, you guys tell me. Is this like a George Costanza, I'm not really sorry type claps?
Number 10, Adam Jones.
It's good. It's not. And then it just sort of, yeah. You know, like I said, I don't want to be sitting here and, you know what, fuck you, Boston, and that's not an apology. But, like the episode of Seinfeld, the 12 steps, step 9, I'm not really sure that's an apology. Like I said, what were you guys going to fucking do? Boo 'em? You knew America was watching. You knew everyone was watching. Not to mention, the black players on the Red Sox told you to do this. Mookie Betts fucking tweeted out. He goes, hey, by the way, I'm black too, eh? You know, their best players, like, I'm black too. He goes, you guys, you know, what is this? And he said, this ain't good. He said, you better make this right tonight with Adam Jones. And all right, that was the better video I just played. That was someone on their phone in the crowd, so it's going to sound louder than it even was. All right, let's listen to this one. They're booing, listen.
A sizable percentage of the Fenway fans coming to their feet to acknowledge Jones, not as a visiting player, but as a human being who should not have had to hear what he heard last night. Nice gesture by Chris Sale. He stepped behind the mound, took his time, allowed it to happen.
I gotta go thumbs down. I gotta go thumbs down on okay, applause meter. Applause meter from 1 to 10. That was a 5. And like I said, when you listen to the beginning, there are some boos. There's a few boos in here off the top. And I'm watching the video, and there's a lot of people sitting down like, I'm not gonna clap this fucking guy. Oh, yeah, by the way, Adam Jones just fucking played for the USA, right? I guess they redneck fucking jackasses. Here, listen off the top, a little bit of booing.
Jones.
Yeah, there's some boos in there. There's some boos in there. It never really becomes real, though. It's sort of... It's not like we're not racist, like fucking applause. Like, you know what I mean? It's sort of like...
Not as a visiting player, but as a human being who should not have had to hear what he heard last night.
So basically...
Gesture by Chris Sale. He stepped behind the mound,
So basically, we can look at this video, and anyone that's in Boston that's sitting down there, you're pretty much racist. Like, unless you're in a wheelchair, or you got a broken leg or a broken foot or something like that, then how do you not get up at that time? Nah, I'm not applauding this guy. Like, you can sort of hear it off the top there. Adam Jones. Boo. And then the other people are like, oh, fuck, we better overcheer these booers because they're really going to say we're racist. I want to play this one more time. You guys hear the boos, eh, off the top? Adam, you hear it, batting for the Baltimore Orioles. Adam Jones. I got to tell you, the fucking house announcer and the stadium announcer should have said, now batting is the guy that you all fucking yelled shit at last night and embarrassed our fucking city. Boston, let me hear a Boston strong applause for Adam Jones. So they introduce him, there's the applause, sort of, and then the boo, and then the applause sort of drags out the boo. But you can hear the boo off the top.
Took his time, allowed it to happen.
Here it comes. Ooh. You all agree. You all agree. Boston does not, you guys do not accept the apology. Am I a bad person for thinking, too, that it actually would have been funny if, like, on the first pitch tonight, Adam Jones just fucking ripped a fucking foul ball and, like, cracked someone in the face with it? The only thing is, you got to make sure you hit the right guy. And it's so random. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like if Adam Jones fucking drilled one right fucking over the dugout, fucking just smack some racist son of a bitch in the face, that would be fucking great. But you don't know. It could be like Albert Bell. You meant to hit somebody, but you really end up hitting a fucking chick school teacher. Yeah, you guys all agree. I tweeted out earlier. I said I've heard bigger applauses in strip clubs. Seriously, Babano. Adam Jones loses his bat. Fucking the bat just, hey, sorry about that. Fucking slings in. Hey, sorry about that, guys. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't know. I guess I'm more vindictive, but that's how I think. Like if I was Adam Jones, I'd be thinking, you know what? I'm gonna swing late on one of these purposely. I'm gonna fucking foul one. Like literally, I want to foul one into the crowd here as hard as I can. Like fucking just smoke it. You purposely swing late. Bam, fuck. Bam. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm big on revenge though. Like I'm big on always encouraging. Like in hockey, I would shoot the puck at the other player's bench and shit. I would do that more. Be like, all right, you fuckers, you guys want to fuck around? You guys want to fuck around? I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna fucking shoot a puck at your fucking heads on the bench here. Fuck. So yeah, we can go on and on about the Boston thing, but the other thing that I discussed today with some passion was the Niskanen hit on Sidney Crosby. Now, there's no doubt that Sidney Crosby's a polarizing figure. A lot of people think Crosby deserves whatever happens to him. Fuck him. He's a dirty player anyways. What comes around goes around, and I totally get it. And as somebody that often complains about modern hockey, And I want to say that it's funny because me and Garner had a great conversation about this the other night, and Garner was saying he hates people. Oh, my day was better. Now, I'm not saying, and I'm not going to go down the route with my day. Now, to me, there should be more fighting in the playoffs. There's not enough accountability. Not enough accountability. And I say this, and I tell you right now, I do not have a problem with the Washington Capitals playing the way that they played last night. The Capitals played like a desperate hockey team that played like, you know what, fuck you, get the fuck out of my way. That's the way that they played. The Capitals were like, get out of my way, like Homer Simpson. I'm a big fat guy in a moo-moo, get out of my way. They played like a desperate team. They played physical, and they played their best game that they played in the playoffs, probably. I don't have a problem with it. Was it a dirty hit on Crosby? You're fucking right, it was a dirty hit. Camera 2 Drew today telling me that Crosby was falling into it. That's like that movie with Bruce Willis. Fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry, it was an accident that I slept with your wife. Yeah, you fell over and your dick fell into her. What was that, The Last Boy Scout? So, yeah, accident. And, the Camera 2 True too, he hates Crosby. And even Meany was getting in on this. About, well, Crosby was going down anyways and leaning forward. Yeah, Crosby was going down and leaning fucking forward because nobody even brings this up before. Fucking Ovechkin hacks him in the back, high sticks him in the face. Like that sequence for Crosby was unbelievable. Like he's going into the net. Fucking Ovechkin hits him over the back with the stick. No call. Fucking high sticks him. I don't know whose stick hit Crosby, but Crosby gets hit in the face with a stick. You see, he gets hit in the back. He's like, oh, my face, fuck. He gets hit in the face, and he's falling over, and this can, bam, fuck. Oh, it's an accident. Yeah. Yeah, it was an accident. Listen, they played, I don't have a problem with it. And Niskanen's not known for being an ultra dirty player or anything like that, so it is what it is. But what my problem is the fact that the Pittsburgh fucking Penguins did nothing. Can you imagine, and me and Cam talk about this tonight at midnight, I think the video's up already. Can you imagine if this was Wayne Gretzky? It wouldn't matter if it was an accident or not. Imagine if that was Wayne Gretzky, who fucking got slashed in the back, high sticked in the face, and then cross-checked to the face. Dave Semenko and then my uncle would have fucking killed them. Like, there would have been hell to pay. Like, you knew back in the Montreal Canadian days, if you fucking took too much liberty with Guy Lafleur in the corner or something like that, Larry Robinson, the Big Bird, or Pierre Bouchard, we're going to fuck you up. It's like, don't do it, because you know what? If you do it, all right, we're warning you. It's one of these deals with Gretzky. Fuck, people knew. You can play hockey with him, but if you want to try to fucking play dirty and nail him and shit, we will murder you. Just to let you know. You take a liberty with Wayne, we're going to fucking kill you. And it should be the same thing with Sidney Crosby. It shouldn't just be fair game and let's fucking tee up and hit Crosby like it's a piñata and nobody on the Pittsburgh fucking Penguins does anything about it. It's the best player in the National Hockey League. He's your best player. He's the best player in the fucking league. And there he is getting fucking beat on like he's a fucking piñata. There would have been hell to fucking pay. Chris Chelios, we're on the Montreal Canadiens. Ron Hextall, Scott Stevens, Chris Pronger, Claude Lemieux, Guy Carbonneau, Chris Draper, Darren McCarty. We don't go down the list of players. This shit ain't happening. Nick Kyprios. You know what I mean? Like, there's an older generation of players where it's just like, you can't do that. That's just, it's Like, it seems like now there's a new code in the NHL that, oh, you know what, we all just slash each other. And no, you can't. You get a big instigator. And, oh, you better not break the rules. Like, before, the big code was, it doesn't matter. Fuck. Yes, I might get suspended for fucking 8 games, but I have no choice. We must jump on the ice and start punching people. Like, at some point, and I tell you what right now, the Capitals just set the tone. The Capitals just set the tone, like, for the series. Now the Capitals are all confident. Crosby's fucking out. Crosby's out for game 4. I don't know when he's coming back. Crosby's out for game 4. Sheary's fucking out now. You guys are knocking heads. Pittsburgh didn't do anything about it. So if you're right now, if you're Washington, you're like, you know what? Pretty fucking confident right now. They don't have Crosby. They're a bunch of pussies. We just saw that. We just fucking nailed their best player in the face. They didn't do anything. If I was Washington, I'd be like, let's go after Malkin now. Seriously, let's just go after Malkin. Fuck. Let's cheap shot Malkin a couple of times. He's a hothead. He'll fucking do something. He'll get in the box, or let's fucking make him fight. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. Rattle Pittsburgh. Rattle them. Cam brought it up. Like, one team that matches up well with the Penguins all the time are the Philadelphia Flyers, because the Flyers just beat them up. Like, Washington were trying to outskill Pittsburgh, and they were losing. Right? So Washington realized, fuck this, fuck. You know what? We're down 2-0. We're going to be down 3-0 in a fucking couple hours here. We better start knocking heads. They don't like it. Let's start knocking heads. So you saw Washington last night hit everything that moved. You know, they were fucking dirty. They were slashing. They were elbowing. They were doing whatever it took, and they won. And to me, this gives them momentum going into tomorrow's game. Now, I would also tell you this, me personally as well. Good to see you, Football Observer. We'll do a roll call after. Me personally, though, I would have one designated goon on the bench at all times. I just bite the bullet, fuck. Like, seriously, I'd call up my guy from the AHL, a nut job, and I'd tell him, listen, fuck, don't worry about, like, what they're going to say about you on ESPN or anything like that. They'll say, we're not going to cut you. Like I tell the guy before, we're not going to cut you if you get suspended for 12 games or something. Like, I just tell him, don't kill anyone, but, fucking, you know what to do. Like, I wouldn't care. I would just fucking have him. Like, I want to see someone jump off the fucking ice. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Get suspended. You know, the New York Knicks and the Miami Heat played in the series. They didn't care. It was like a man-on-man thing. It was like, fuck you. And both teams fucking started fighting. Every player left the fucking bench and went on the court, all right, at once. And the league was overwhelmed. It was an automatic suspension for everybody. So what were they going to do? Suspend fucking the entire teams? How are you going to do this? It's the only ever time in my life it's ever happened. I've seen this in a playoff in the NBA, the NHL, or baseball or anything like that. Is the Knicks and the Heat. I forget what year it was. I would say it was probably 90, 93 type thing. No, 94, 95 actually. But you remember, they all got suspended. Everybody. And we were talking game 6 and 7 coming up, too, type shit. It was heated, man. It was like fucking 2-2 in a series. David Stern, like, everyone was like, no one knew. They're like, I don't know what they're going to do. They're like, it's an automatic suspension for going on the court, but everybody went on the court. Like, we don't know, like, what's going to happen here. So they went alphabetical order, fuck. They went alphabetical order. And it was just random, man. And it was the weirdest shit ever. It wasn't game 6 and 7, actually. It was game 4 and 5. It was like the most random shit ever, man. Like, everyone was like, alphabetical order? What does that mean? Like, it was like looking at the rosters, like, fucking, so this means, all right, Ewing's out, Houston's out. So, like, think about that. Your lineup, imagine taking a Raptors lineup and just splitting it in half due to alphabeticalness. You know what? Lowry and fucking DeRozan are late in the alphabet. They'd be together, actually. So You're actually looking at the alphabet thinking, oh, God, no, 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 no. We're stuck with Patterson and Valanciunas. Like, you imagine, like, you just split the Raptor lineup in half due to, like, fucking, like, alphabet? We'd be fucked. Be like, yeah, you know what? We got our starters are Patterson, Valanciunas, and Wright. It worked out somehow better for the Knicks. It worked out somehow better for the Knicks at that time. I remember, like, I was pulling for the Knicks. I was a Knicks fan that era. Like, the Raptors just came to the league, or they weren't even in yet. And I was a Knicks fan before the Raptors were in the league. Knicks and Lakers. Yeah, I don't like ragging on Patrick Patterson. I've been saying this for fucking 2 years, Babano. I've never seen him hit a shot once. I know he hit a 3-point shot last night, but, like, literally the guy can't hit a fucking shot to save his life. And the thing is, if Cleveland is going to leave him wide open like this, and they are because they know he can't shoot, if they're going to leave him wide open like this, dude, take it to the fucking rack. Like, how many times last night, Patterson's wide open, so he's in the corner and he's wide open and they get him the ball. And another thing is, if you're on the Raptors, stop passing it to him, fuck. Like, I've always said this, don't pass it to him. like, seriously. The only time Patterson should shoot is if it's by accident. You know, if he's under the basket and he gets a rebound, he shouldn't be shooting. Like, there's 5 guys on the court. Not all 5 guys have to shoot. Like, it baffles me. And Kyle Lowry's just he's not getting it done. And, like, Lowry, it's like, I don't understand you, Lowry. There's so many times in the playoffs so far this year, you go in, you could lay it up, and you see an open guy and you kick it out. Except, like, last night, like, Lowry could have laid it in and we could have gotten 2 points out of it. Instead, he kicked it out to an open Patterson. It's like, dude, Kyle, you know he's not going to hit the fucking shot, dude. You know, I don't care. Let Patterson shoot a couple of times early in the fucking game. And if they go in, he gets some confidence, fine. But the guy's not a fucking shooter. He's not a fucking scorer. You know, yes, he does some dirty little things for us. I'm not going to rag on him. You know, he helps the team. But, you know, last night it was ridiculous, man. I know because I took him in DraftKings. You know, at one point he was on the court for like 16 minutes, man. He had fucking 1 fucking assist. Like, that's all he contributed. Way too many jimmies last night. Way too many jump shots. Dave Malinsky brought this up. Malinsky's a smart guy too, and Malinsky brought this up today. And what he said exactly this, he goes, I don't understand the Raptors last night. He said, you know, the Raptors have an advantage. They can take it inside on these guys. Like the Indiana Pacers, like Malinsky said, like the Raptors are better than the Pacers. And the Pacers, like, brought it, like, with the Cavs. Because the Pacers don't like them. Like, the Indiana Pacer players genuinely do not like the Cavaliers. They're tired of the Cavs beating them all the time. The Raptors don't have that. Like, I don't understand that. Like, the Raptors don't have that. And once again, with the Raptors, what did we see last night? You guys show zero fucking fight until there's a late dunk. Like, how many times is this going to happen, man? It's happened like 4 times now in the last 2 months. You guys give no effort, and then at the end of the game, you're more upset and you show more passion about the fact that the other team dunked or laid it in. It was Lance Stevenson. Last night it was what's the kid's name? Jones. Earlier in the year, I remember you guys were pissed against another fucking team that fucking scored late. Like, it's all the time, man, with you guys. It's all the time with you guys. Like, stop fucking worrying. Stop fucking worrying about the other fucking team and whether they dunked or not on you with 10 seconds left, all right? I'm a Raptor fan. I care about the code. I'm all about cracking heads. Whatever, man. The kid comes off the fucking bench. He's a fucking D-League player. signed a 10-day fucking contract. He's fucking playing in the NBA playoffs, and he dunked it. Oh, shoot him, fuck. It's a fucking basketball play. Like, what, the Raptors are such pussies like that. It really bothers me. You know, that night in Indiana, they showed no effort whatsoever. And then they're all pissed off because Lance Stevenson laid it in, fuck once. Like, it's harmless. Oh, Casey's a fucking idiot. You know, Casey's a good NBA coach, but he has weaknesses. And his weaknesses are exposed against good teams in the playoffs in that he doesn't fucking call timeout, man. I swear, I've never seen a coach like this before. I've never seen a coach be so fucking reluctant to call timeout. Like, Dwayne Casey will watch the Raptors, like, it'll be like a fucking, there'll be like a 16-2 run. The Raptors fucking blow like a fucking 14-point lead. And then he calls timeout after the lead's blown. It's like, bro, you got to call timeout right away. Like, right as soon as the other team goes on a 4-0 run, call timeout, fuck. Even if you don't say anything to them. If you're like, I got nothing to say to them, doesn't matter. Call timeout. Like, you see it all the time, man. You'll see it all the time. Good coaches, they're like, whoa. Let's put it, you know what I mean? You kill the rhythm. It kills the rhythm. And call another one after, like, if you have to. You know, I've seen Coach K does it all the fucking time, man. Like, Coach K with Duke will get fucking pissed off if the other team scores 2 baskets in a row. He calls timeout. The other team, they come back on the court. The other team hits a 3. I've seen him call timeout again. He's like, what part of this don't you guys understand? Like Casey just stands there and watches these fucking huge runs go down. And they're such momentum changers. It's baffling, though. Like, it's not like he does this once in a while. He always does this. Like, we know this. The Raptors, like, even last night, like, a good example is at the end of the half last night. Like, the Raptors actually cut it back. They got in back into the game. Remember, there was like a minute and a half left. I think the Raps cut it to like fucking 8 or something. And literally, the Cavaliers fucking hit 3 threes in a row. It was like literally a 9-0 run in a minute 9 type thing. And the first half just fell apart and crumbled in the last minute. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, stop that right away. Like, after that 3, if you're Casey, think, like, you know what? If we don't score, like, they don't think like gamblers. Like, I don't understand. Like, think, man, if we miss this next shot and then they go down, they hit another fucking 3 and we miss again and they score with the last possession, there's going to be a bad end here. Like, no, let's call timeout. You know what I mean? I'd call timeout and tell them leave my place. Listen, milk the shot clock here, right? Because we don't want these guys hitting a bunch of 3s at the end of the half and fucking next thing you know, we're down 16 instead of 8. Like, it's baffling. It's like, it's the same thing with football. It's the same thing with football. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know more about football than all these NFL football coaches do. I don't, you know? You know, the X gap and this lane and the fucking stunt this and the fucking A gap or whatever, you know? Their football coaches are football lifers. I'll guarantee you I know more about how to manage a game clock than they do. It's the same thing. It's the same with basketball and these coaches. If you're a gambler and you've been a lifelong gambler like me, I've been betting on sports since I was 12 years old. I'm 46 right now. That's 34 years of me betting on sports. So, I have seen so many, you know, I have bet so many times, especially on totals and stuff. It's amazing to me that managers and coaches do the things or don't do the things that they do. This is why the Patriots win. Yeah, they cheat sometimes, but Belichick is a smart coach. You know what I mean? Belichick will adjust on a weekly basis. Now listen, Belichick's not perfect. Belichick didn't use his timeouts in the Super Bowl against Seattle. If Seattle would have scored, people would have been like, that was the stupidest fucking thing ever. Nick Saban does stupid shit in games. Urban Meyer. I remember when Ohio State played Alabama in the semifinal 2 years ago, whatever it was. It was a shit show. Like the last 5 minutes of the football game was like, holy fuck, man. Meyer and Saban are both just doing stupid things over and over here. Like no one's perfect, right? Like, coaches are going to make mistakes during games and stuff like that. But Belichick's smart in the sense that Belichick just fucking looks at the other team and thinks, what's their weakness? What do they not want us to do? Not like, oh, you know what? This is their weakness, but we don't really do that, so they're kind of lucky. We're just going to throw the ball anyways, even though they don't stop the run. Belichick's like, you know what? I don't give a shit that I have Tom Brady. The Indianapolis Colts can't stop the run. So why fucking take a chance in anything happening? If we know they can't stop a run, let's just give the ball to LeGarrette Blount 44 times, and he'll run for 260 yards like he did. And remember, they did that every time against the Colts? The Patriots will fucking outscore the Falcons, but when they play the Colts, it was like, fuck this. You know what? We don't want to give Andrew Luck the ball. We're just going to fucking run the ball down your throat. We know you can't stop it. Like, it's amazing to me that coaches in sports don't do what the other team doesn't want them to do. Like, if I was a manager in any sport, that's the first thing I would just think. What does Buddy not want me to do? And I'm going to do that. Because as gamblers, we know this. We know this. Like, as gamblers, we always think of the negative. All right, what's the worst thing that's going to happen in this game? Well, we can fumble, we can turn it over. If we punt, we can... Like, as a gambler, I know every angle of what can happen in a football game. Like, seriously, I'm thinking, all right, there's 4 minutes left. We can have the ball for 2 minutes. We're going to put the ball. There's only going to be a minute left. Like, I've seen every fucking scenario. Yet, it's like these coaches are, like, dealing with this for the first time in their life. Like Rex Ryan. Guy can't manage. He doesn't even know how many guys are on the field. Looking at the clock, he's asking the team priest, should I call it? He's got a team chaplain. Bills have a chaplain on the sidelines. Rex Ryan's asking the chaplain, you think I should review that? I don't know, I didn't see the replay. Should I do this? Like, the guy was clueless. He was fucking adamant. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chris. Yeah, Football Observers, Chris Lomas. Wasn't it like his own 37? I thought it was a little further out than the 20, but I remember that. It was a Sunday night, wasn't it? Against the Patriots, against the Colts. He went for it. People were like, what the fuck? The Colts won that game, too. I'm telling you, like, Belichick has done some weird shit at the end of games, but nobody brings it up because, to me, that one with Seattle was the worst. There was like a minute and a half left. Seattle had it first down on the 1 yard line. And Belichick had 2-3 timeouts left, and he didn't use them. He didn't use them. And I remember I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Oh, the interception. Belichick's a genius. He didn't need them. We'll take a quick break. I got a quick break here. We're back. Not a long break. Hope you guys are enjoying the first Twisted Tuesday, Sports Rage Premium. Very frustrated, though. I downloaded a bunch of songs, but for some reason, and even the computer guys were like, I don't understand. They're like, I saw you download all these songs, but only the one of them seems to come through. So we hope you don't get tired of this song too quickly. At least it sounds nice and thick, but we'll get some new music rolling in here soon, too.
Woke up screaming bloody murder.
was kidding around. I was kidding around earlier about about the Rageaholics being kind of thick sometimes, and I tweet out the radio show and all that type of stuff. No, Andre, that's Homicide. That's my band. Yeah, it sounds nice and thick, huh? I can't hear it because I have it like so you guys can hear. I can't hear the music. That's why it sounds good though. You see, I'm starting to figure things out, right? It's premium. Yeah, that's my band. Because since this is supposed to end up on iTunes, I don't know if I got to click something. We'll figure this out, guys. Our first night here, But as you see, let me know about my voice sound. If it's too loud, it's too low, but it should be pretty clear. I have the volume nice and low. The video is clearer, isn't it, than Ustream as well? The video is clear for the record as well. The Saturday night show, if you missed it, it's up on Patreon's website. Like I said, I have more songs downloaded, but I don't want to get, eventually I'll start to get cockier and I'll be like, all right. No, all right. No, see, I don't want to do that. I just clicked something. I'm like, no, that's not good. Add. We won't push our luck here. Yeah, we are going to get some phone calls. We'll get some phone calls, but no emails. Why do we need emails when we have the chat? There's no more emails anymore. You got to chat. But yeah, we are going to get the phone lines up and running. All right, so as I was saying, I was talking about the Red Heat and Rage radio show. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and good news. Give yourselves a hand, guys, because I know everyone that's here. Seems like I have about 20, 28, 32 loyal fans. There's a little bit more, but I know. Hey, Bretsky, like, we're in a damn chat. What do you want? Let me open an email. Send me an email. Like, can I fax? Or fax? Yeah, fax me at fax 1866 fax rage. Check out my MySpace page. And don't forget to email me at sportsrageaol.com. I swear, what is it with these guys and the Washington Wizards? Can these motherfuckers like hang on to a fucking lead, man? So yeah, like I was saying, so bravo. Because I know everyone that's here, you guys are always in the chat for the live video stuff, and it kind of sucks. Some people are out of the loop right now, but it's pretty affordable. There's only so much I can do. I lost MMA Meltdown. I have to stay alive. This is my craft, etc. We're in an era of pay-per-view content now. We're going to lower the price so it's a little bit more affordable. I didn't realize it was in U.S. funds. So, but the Red Heat and Rage, and it really is a transition period. It's a transition period, but I don't really feel, I don't feel bad. I'm on TV every day. The Fantasy Sports Network's fucking gracious as hell. They post everything on YouTube. Like a good example is like people are like, oh, I can't watch Sports Rage tonight. Morency's a dick. Well, you know what? You probably would have watched Sports Rage tonight and then not watch Morency Unfiltered with me and Cam. Me and Cam have a 30-minute TV show tonight on at midnight that's funny as fuck. So, you know, if someone like tonight, oh, Morency's an asshole, Tuesday night, he's doing whatever, it's like, well, we got a free show on today. I had Drew Pearson on yesterday. I got Malinsky on. I had Warren Sharp, one of the best in the business. Warren charges for his fucking newsletter and shit. Like, fuck, I need some points and I need Washington to fucking score them. The game is sort of slowing down here. It's 102.99 with 6 minutes left. There should be a spurt here, though. We still could get 40 points, believe it or not. No one's hitting any shots now, though. Fucking son of a bitch. In-game total's 231 right now. Oh, big steal for John Wall. 102-101. We got a ball game. And my in-game greed cost me again. What's going on in that hockey game? 0-0 late in the first period, Blues and Preds. So, yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, you lose some stuff. You know, a couple of shows, whatever, man. You know, I sit here on a Saturday night with you for 6 hours. Fuck. Epic show, big party. You know, the Sunday morning NFL stuff's going to be premium stuff. I'm going to step up and give you the real picks. Don't call 911, call 912. You know, Sunday mornings, that did look like over and back. Man, John Wall's just carrying this shit. John Wall, 104, 103. So, but I wanted to thank you, actually. We spoke to Cardano today, briefly, and that's the one thing, and I guess at this juncture in my career, I shouldn't get the pats on the back, but there's not a lot of interaction, you know, between us and management, really. So, like, not one person, like, ever, you know, no one from the Fantasy Sports Network ever said, all right, great job on the radio the first week or anything like that, right? You don't get that in this industry. And a lot of people in the media, I was looking for validation, so to speak. That shit used to bother me more, but it's just the way it is. That's the way it is at every place. As crazy it is, I'd have to say the score was the most pat you on the back environment. You know, like the score, you have a nice week of ratings and shit, and, you know, they were happy. You know, like, they'd come down, oh, it's great, you're doing a great job. Like, you don't get that in most places. You know, the validation is you didn't get fired. I talked about this with Landsberg. Even Michael Landsberg, and he, you know, off the record, 18 years, 20 years, whatever it was, and he told me, I asked him about, we were talking about management at TSN and Bell and stuff, and he goes, you know, he goes, in 20 years, he goes, I think I've spoken to them 3 times, literally. And he goes, they never complain, which is good, and he goes, but they never tell you anything. So he goes, and really, he goes, in the 18 years this show's been on, he goes, I don't know if they like it, they don't like it. He goes, whatever. And I said, yeah, but I guess it's good news that you don't speak to management. And he's like, yeah. And it's true. It's like a double-edged sword. You know, nobody ever bothers me, but I don't get the, hey, you're doing a great job ever, you know. I should note, the owner of the network did tell everyone in a meeting that I'm his favorite show. So I've got the pats on the back. People like at the network, oh, Morency's like the owner's guy, you know what I mean? All it takes is one, motherfuckers, like a football player. Whatever. 31 GMs might not like you, but one does. So, but we had Cardano on Game Time Decisions today. And they're very busy. They're very, very busy people. But I spoke to Cardano briefly, you know, before we came on off the air, and he told me, he said, "Oh, he goes, hey, buddy, great job on the radio," and he said, you guys have exceeded expectations. And he told me point blank. He's like, we have more listeners than any show we've ever put in that time slot before. And his exact words were, I wish I put this on the air earlier, sooner. I wish I'd done this sooner. So that's good validation. I wish I'd done this sooner. he basically said you're lighting it up. He said fucking the downloads are through the roof, all the shit. He's like like said people are listening, so and we're only a week in. It's probably you guys listening. We're picking up new people and stuff as we go along. But it's very positive that he's happy because it's going to lead to syndication eventually. And then this format that we have will be tailored, changed, Because I do believe that I'm pretty sure you can't guarantee anything in this industry because August's a long time away, but I can pretty much see that starting August 1st, I think we're going to be on 5 nights a week and probably 2 hours a night type of deal. 10 to midnight type thing. So then, I can't charge $30 a fucking month if I'm on 5 nights a week somewhere else. So then we'll adapt to the weekend programming. We'll figure it out as we go here type of deal. But for my interest, it's always best that I have a mainstream thing going, guys. That's why you need to support my mainstream shows. Watch my videos, Tell the Fantasy Sports Network, you want to see more in Cam, etc. Me and Cam. Because if I don't have the mainstream stuff, then, I'm going to be like Robin Black charging $100 a month. Like, the more I have the mainstream stuff, the better it is for you. Because, in past years, when I have mainstream shit and I'm making money, I'm not like, oh, fuck this. I'm going to open up and I'm going to start charging, right? It's when I'm not making money that I'll be like, man, I got to start thinking about myself here. So the network's happy. His exact words were, I should have done this sooner. And like I said, I know the plan was starting in August with the football season. It's summertime right now. Because basically they don't want to pay, right? They got to pay us to do this shit. So they're waiting till August 1st when it's, boom, football. We're going to be on 5 nights a week, probably 2 hours a night, 10 till midnight. It's going to start to be on like selected AM radio stations and stuff, and they're going to package it and whatever. They have they have big hopes for it. Like, Cardano's thinking big for this radio show. He wants this to be syndicated by football season. He wants this to be syndicated by football season. So if we're on 5 nights a week, then it's going to be free, and it'll be hard for me. What am I going to do? A sports rage at fucking midnight after the, you know what I mean? It's like, I'll do the weekend stuff probably then, whatever. We'll adapt as we go, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. We've only done 4 shows. It's been very good. Cam's going to Vegas later in the week, and we have a horse update as well. And Andy's not here tonight. Where's our boy Andy? Andy's not here tonight, but we have a horse update. There's a lot of logistics and just fine details here and stuff that we're trying to nail down. So basically, we put this in the hands of the Saftics now. That's for the best. Like, we basically said today, let's do this. Like, we'll go Thursday night and, tonight, Thursday type shit. But fucking Cody was in Halifax. He got back and he's buying a horse at the same time. And we need to coordinate with his father to be there. So basically the deal is, if his father's not going to be there, we're letting him pick the horse, essentially. Long story short. So this weekend, the program will be out for the week. He's going to look and we're going to know. And we're going to know already. All right, these are the fucking 4 horses that you guys want to get here. And then boom, we're going to be all set up. So I apologize for the delays. We've sort of been on, stop and go for about 5 days now, which we're like any day, let's do it. But we need the participation of the Saftics, obviously. That's the whole thing. So today we were talking with them, and if this is good, basically, that if Mike can't be there, the driver, the Hall of Fame driver, like he's going to scout it for us, and we're setting it up so we have phone access to him. We're going to have phone access, and Cody's going to be there with us as well. So Cody's going to call you know what I mean? So Cody's going to be there as well. So, the old man will tell us, we'll say, all right, listen, we can either get this horse or this horse. Which one should we buy? And he's going to tell us. So we're on top of this. But what made it kind of crazy is Cam's going to Vegas. But we're moving on without Cam. Cam's still part of this, but Cam's going to miss the first 2 races. Cam's going to miss the first 2 races. Or he's going to miss the first race. Like, Cam will not be there when we buy the horse. Like, basically, we could have bought the horse on Thursday, but it was too short notice for Mike. So, Cam's got to leave on Saturday morning, which means, and what a shock, right? That it means that Red Heat and Rage is going to be me. So it's going to be like Sports Rage. You guys are going to have me in the video there fucking every night. Cam's gone for 2 weeks, too. He's going to check in every show, though. Cam's going to check in every show. Cam's going to check in every show from Vegas, though. Cam wants to get paid. So Cam will still get paid even though he's in Vegas. Yeah, Cam's still going to get paid even though he's in Vegas, but he's got to check in. So essentially the format will be like it was the other night when Cam wasn't in studio with me on Friday night. It's going to be, it'll be me, a guest, and Cam. You know what I mean? Because, we're not going to keep Cam on a phone for 52 minutes, but we'll keep him on for like 30, 22 segments. So, yeah, the show is 6-minute opening. I'll do the 6 minutes alone. And then 11 minutes, boom, we'll have, we'll have a guest on. And then, boom, we'll get Cam on for 2 segments. And then I'll wrap up the show, the last segment or 2. But I don't know, who was it? Was it Sam asking about phone calls? We are going to add phone calls to Red Heat and Rage, actually. Cam's more concerned about his girlfriend than he is fucking than he is the 2 weeks in Vegas. He told me today he's all stressed. He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm jealous. Fuck. I'm like, man, you're going to Vegas for 2 weeks. Fuck, Yeah, I'm jealous. You're going to Vegas for 2 weeks. And he's like, yeah. He goes, sounds good. But he goes, me and my girlfriend will probably be fighting after 3 days. And well, that and that's the thing. And you know the line, Jim Rome, exactly. That's the thing, Bretsky. Like, we take calls on this show. It's going to sound bad. Like, what are people going to say? The fact is, these chat rooms have dumbed down callers. It's a fact. Anybody that's listened to sports talk radio for a while, anybody that's listened to sports talk radio knows that the level of calls and the quality of calls in sports has gone way down. And anyone also knows that if you listen to radio shows nowadays, no one really takes calls. It's not that, like, when I was on Montreal in the early days, that's all it was. I would come on, blah, 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 let's go to the phone lines. And it would just be 3 hours of phone calls. And they were actually good. Even the crank ones were good. Like I said, the quality of troll wasn't even bad. I had people calling and flushing toilets and fucking ripping me, and like it was entertaining. It was actually funny. You know what I mean? It was 15 years ago though. Like I said, now you got Ric Flair's fuck, suck my dick, you suck my, like, like there's they don't offer you anything. And callers, they don't offer anything ever either. Like I know Hustler, my boy Hustler's got a great radio show. I think he takes calls on Fridays at the end of the week type of thing. You know what I mean? Last segment, end of the week, let's take a call or two. But it's not like let's go to the phone lines all day. No, you get these because Jeff Blair has nothing to say, Bretsky. That's why he takes calls for 2 hours. Because he doesn't. It's easy. You just let you let the callers talk, right? They carry you. I don't have a problem with interesting callers, but not to call anybody out, but like, well, who's going to call us that's interesting? Steel City Steve's got good calls, and I'm going to tell Steve, actually, start calling us on Red Heat and Rage. These guys just going back and forth here. Assassins. 114, 112, 32 seconds left. Jeff Blair sucks. Jeff Blair's a fucking asshole, too. I'll tell you that right now. Jeff Blair is a fucking asshole. And I don't say that about everyone. Sid and Tim aren't assholes. You know what I mean? I know them. They're not assholes. I'm not calling them assholes. But Jeff Blair is a genuine prick. All those guys, Steve Simmons, Jeff Blair, like, newspaper writers are just dicks. They really are. And the old age newspaper guys are cool. The Richard Griffins of the world, the old guys are cool. It's the mid 40 guys, the guys my age, and they look older than me. Like Steve Simmons is my age, basically, a little older. You know what I mean? Like, they all look old though. Like, so yeah, Jeff Blair, Jeff Blair. So yeah, Jeff fucking Blair. Jeff fucking Blair used to work for the Montreal Gazette and cover the Expos. I used to have Jeff Blair on my radio show. Jeff Blair's buddies with Mitch Melnick. I used to host the Mitch Melnick show all the time. I was the guy. I hosted Melnick's show when Melnick went on vacation. So I used to have all of Melnick's guests, Pierre Maguire and all these people that generally probably wouldn't want to talk to me, but they did because I was hosting Melnick's show. So, and I had Melnick's guest. I was saying, because it was all sponsored guests, right? Guest hits. So whatever guest Mitch basically had, you would have as the guest host. You'd have to keep the same shit going. So I used to have Blair on. I spoke to Blair like half a dozen times at least. I was a guest on the Jeff Blair show in Toronto. All right? Before Sportsnet hated me and stuff. I was a guest on the Jeff Blair radio show. Twice. I forget what the story was. I said something on Twitter about something in sports in Toronto, and I don't know. Somebody called in the Jeff Blair radio show and said, I saw Morency on Twitter talking about this, and I liked his take. So somebody actually called the Sportsnet Fan 590 and said, brought my name up and said, I was on Twitter and I saw that Gabriel Morency's talking about this and I liked his take, and he said, and he brought it up. I said, Jeff Blair's like, who? Who's that? And Buddy said, Gabriel Morency. And Jeff Blair's like, I don't know who that is, and hung up on the guy. What did I ever do to you, Jeff Blair? Nothing. I used to go on your show. Same with that other motherfucker, Bruce Dobiggin. Same shit, same age, same culture. They're all buddies. Bruce Dobiggin, I was on that guy's show like fucking 12 fucking times. I forget what shithole. I think he was in fucking, what city was he in? Fuck. I think it was Calgary, right? Is he a Calgary guy? I remember I used to go on and talk to the Habs and the Flames or whatever. I swear, I was on this fucking cocksucker show like at least 6 times. Like a bunch of times, all right? Bunch of times. And I think he writes in a newspaper, whatever cities he's in. And the guy rips me. He's like, oh, watching the score and that idiot Morency. And I'm thinking, oh, that idiot Morency, eh? Like, yeah, I wasn't an idiot, Bruce, when you used to fucking bother me to come on your piece of shit radio show all the time. What was it? There's some sort of consensus, like, block. I'm blackballed and, like, exiled, not from the industry, but from those people. It's almost as if, though, like, I did something that I didn't do. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those deals where, like, they all think I fucked one of their wives or something. Like, it's like systematic. Like, I'm blocked by Damian Cox on Twitter. I never did one thing to Damian Cox in my life. I don't even talk about Damian Cox. I'm blocked on Twitter. He blocked me. Like, dude, there was another day too. I forget what. There was another guy at Sportsnet. I don't even know how I stumbled upon the fact his Twitter page, but I was blocked as well. I'm like, holy fuck. All these Sportsnet guys have me blocked. And it's like, I don't even talk to you guys. I don't even know who you are. I don't know, like Fazzle something. I don't know who the fuck you guys are. You're blocking me on what? You're blocking me on Twitter? There's another guy too, the Toronto Star, political guy. I'm blocked on Twitter. I don't even know the guy. I don't even know these people. I've never tweeted Damian Cox in my fucking life. He blocked me. Never tweeted him in my life. The guy at the Toronto Star, and it's funny, the guy at the Toronto Star, he went to school with Feinberg. The Toronto Star head American political guy in Washington is Feinberg's age. He's like 30 years old. Geoff told me, he's like, the kid was an idiot in school. He's the head political guy for the Toronto Star. I tweeted him once. Because during the entire campaign, all he did is just rip Trump all the time. Trump lied, Trump said this, and whatever. So all I tweeted the guy, all I said, aren't you supposed to be covering this campaign instead of taking sides? And I said, just asking. I said, aren't you a reporter, or are you and he blocked me. Like, man, I've only blocked one person in 8 years on Twitter, whatever it's been. I've only blocked one fucking person. And I've had a lot of fucking abuse on Twitter. The one and only person I ever blocked, Ray Toppin. Ray Topping. I never even blocked Ric Flair. Actually, I needed overtime. I took that over 239.5. Maybe this is our hot night. Oh, fuck. I'm going to get in on this Utah game, though. Jackie Redmond's cool. She hasn't blocked me. She retweets me. I'll give her credit for that. I don't know if Jackie's aware that, hey, I'm not on the team, Jackie. Yeah, like I never blocked anybody. It's insane. And like in all these fucking years. Ray Topping was the only guy I blocked. And the only reason I blocked him was because he was really fucking pissing me off. I can take the abuse. Like, I don't care. You understand? Like I said, I don't even like Ric Flair's on Twitter. I didn't even block Ric Flair. Like, I didn't even block Ric Flair. The only reason I blocked Ray Topping is because he used to tweet my guests. Like it bothered, like it was unbelievable. Like at first it was funny because he's so stupid, but after a while it was just annoying. It was like, dude, like I had like Jeremy Roenick on, so I tweet, Jeremy Roenick on Game Time Decisions today. And then Ray Topping would tweet me and fucking Jeremy Roenick, I'm red hot, buy my picks. Like Ray Topping's tweeting Dick Vermeil telling him to buy his picks in caps. Like, like when I saw it, I was like, dude, and I even warned him. I said, Ray, listen. I said, you're all right, dude. I said, you're whatever. But I said, I sent him a message once. I was like, Ray, I said, I'd appreciate it if you would stop tweeting Kyle Turley. Like Ray Topping is tweeting Kyle Turley repeatedly. I'm smoking hot. I'm better than you at football. Not just by my picks. I'm better than you. My picks are better than you. Dick Vermeil doesn't happen. Dick Vermeil's a Super Bowl champion, fuck Ray Topping. Like Ray Topping, I know more about football than you. Buy my picks at Dick Vermeil and Sports Rage. And I'm like, finally, and they're all in caps and shit. Another winner. I'm 28-0. And he's like, Ray, he says, no, he's not a real capper. So, so he's got like these fucking 32-1. Like Ray Toppin's never lost a bet. He's one of these guys. Like he's never lost. He's 52 and 0 in the NBA playoffs this year. So he's, you know what I mean? Finally, it wasn't for me. I was like, Kyle Turley even bitched. Like Kyle Turley asked me, he's like, what the fuck's up with this dude? He's like, is this one of your guys? I was like, no, not one of my guys. Like fucking, I was like, you're blocked, fuck. You know what I mean? I was like, you're not harassing my guest anymore. I can take the harassment. You're not harassing the guest anymore. I don't know, Chris Barr. I never heard of Chris Barr. Fuck them all. I mind my own business. I really do. I mind my own business. Like that incarcerated Bob guy. Incarcerated Bob once started tweeting me bullshit, trying to get me like into a Twitter beef with him. Fuck. Like, I told him, I don't know who the fuck you are, and I don't give a shit. And like, he thought that I was insulting him. I made fun of like fucking scamby cappers once, a couple of years ago. I tweeted something about sort of these guys that never lose type shit. And somebody sent a tweet to incarcerated Bob. Now, I had heard of incarcerated Bob before, but I don't like incarcerated Bob because incarcerated Bob like snitched out Florida State. Florida State players were betting on games, and I remember he snitched out on them. He was like tweeting about it and shit. It's like, so what, you a snitch? Like, if kids on Florida State are betting on games, I'm not fucking tweeting about it. I'm just betting on the game. Fuck whatever way they're going. Like, so the guy's a douche. So I don't know. I fucking said something about him being a snitch or something. So incarcerated Bob fucking went off, started tweeting me. I never heard of you. Who the fuck are you? I'm incarcerated Bob. I just responded back, good for you. Like, fucking, good for you. And then somebody included it in a tweet there. They were like, I wasn't even talking about this guy, Bob. Like, Bob attacked me for nothing type shit. And the incarcerated Bob, he's not a fan of mine either. He threatened me, I think, too. You better watch yourself. Yeah, I'm watching myself. You know what, incarcerated Bob? In fact, right now, my door is unlocked. I'm so scared my fucking door's unlocked. I saw that on TV last night. Somebody said, remember in the good old days when you could leave your door unlocked? I'm like, oh, fuck. My door's unlocked right now. I learned a lesson once. As a real drunk person, you learn lessons. And there's been too many times where I fucking got wasted and lost my keys and shit. And, I'm fucking, you can't get into your place. You're all fucking wasted and shit. You're all wasted and shit. So, whatever. I'll take a chance. Fuck, whatever. If I get robbed, I get robbed. I'd rather take a chance that I don't get robbed than I'll lose my keys. So, I just fucking roll in all wasted, fucking walk right in my place. Exactly. The only people that can rob me are my neighbors and whatever. Fuck, like, knock yourselves out. Now, I did have a neighbor rip me off once, but it wasn't in a ritzy condo like this. It's a good point, Hyatt, that the fact is, society's not quite as violent as people think it is. It is and it isn't, but yeah, it's a good point that you raise. 120 to 117 with 2 minutes left. We're not going to get the cover here. After all this, like, it's going to be unbelievable. Like, really? You know what, though? At least we're going to hit our in game over 239 and a half, only because of overtime, but doesn't matter. We'll take it. And we're one basket away from hitting this son of a bitch. We're at 239 right now. Unbelievable. Now it's a 5-point game. Like Washington, you can't let this one slip, guys. Oh, a fucking terrible 3-point shot, but you get the rebound. Fucking brick from Bradley Beal. 122, 119. Give us the fucking cover. I'm only getting 4.5. I played it in game. I missed the tip-off. Fuck me, man. I'm only, come on. Well, I hit the in-game over. So this game's a profit for us. You got to be kidding me. And one. Boston just have more heart than Washington, man. Every time the shit hits the fan, Boston's able to dig deep, and whenever the clutch shit starts happening, fucking Wall's all over the place. Fucking Morris is fouling. Fucking Beal's throwing up air balls. And meanwhile, here's Isaiah Thomas making plays. It's kind of a soft foul, but like we're not even going to get the cover now. Golden State are off to a 7-0 start. 7-0. Meanwhile, St. Louis and Nashville, man, goals are at a premium right now. 0-0. Unreal. Now it's 6 points. We're in a 6-point fucking hole. We're in a 6-point fucking hole here. I put the same amount, though. So I put 1 unit on the Wizards, 1 unit on the over, and then I put another unit on the in-game over. So we're 2-1 in this game. We'll take it. We had we had the Rangers to beat Ottawa. So that's 3-1. Can't complain. Like, seriously, though, guys. If you're Washington, you want to win this series. Like, what are you doing? Fuck. Fuck, how do I add this fucking motherfucker? All right, we're gonna have some more songs and more music in the future here. Hanju and Kim. Hanju Kim. All right, so let's welcome some of the newcomers here. Let's welcome some of the newcomers. Rob Danner, my boy Rob Danner. Good to have you on board, Rob. Oh, the Wizards are done. We're not going to get the cover. Our boy Kyle Johnson in the house. John W. Anonymous, John W. Who's John W? Andy Martin. Nice and simple, Andy. And Ronald Wilson. Garga, what up, Ron? Good to have you on board, bro. So if you somehow crack through and you're watching this on Patreon, I actually give you credit because you're not a complete idiot. Like, yeah, I'm going to give you credit. All right, this is pretty much the cover right here. Whether this is it. Eight. Fucking choking son of a bitches. You believe the fucking Wizards are going to fucking blow this again? That's done. 127, 119. Can't even hit a shot on the way out. Wow. No, that's crack through, Jazz. All right, Jazz. Put it this way. We have 31 viewers right now, Jazz. Out of all these people I see in the chat, I can pretty much account for all of you paying, besides maybe Hanju and Kim. Like, honestly, like, what's your name, Hanju and Kim? Don't worry, we won't boot you right now. Crack through, Jazz. Like, you really overestimate the intelligence of these people, don't you, Jazz? Like, everybody's accounted for besides who's not here right now. Ska Chris. Ska Chris isn't here. Our boy Andy. Andy's going to check in at like 1 in the morning. Are we live? Are you listening to me, Jazz? It's a gaping hole. Nobody's using it. Like, out of all the fucking rageaholics on Twitter, how many of them went to Patreon and are watching right now? 2? 1? Like, honestly, like, every person here is paid except for Hanju Kim, which I don't even know what Hanju Kim's real name is. Maybe he did. But we're gonna, we're gonna block it till Thursday. Tonight, hey, listen. Over the weekend, was sort of the soft launch. But as I stated, if it was a gaping hole, there'd be fucking 90 people watching right now. As I stated, you don't understand, Jazz. I could send the link out on Twitter right now, and people wouldn't figure it out. I can't believe the day has come when Jazz is like the most annoying dude in the chat. This is what it's come to, Jazz. You complain the most, you chirp the most, and now you're not listening the most. So as I stated, we have one intruder, Han John Kim, the communist. Who sent you here, Han Jun Kim? That's right, Han Jun Kim. This is a free sample for you right now tonight. On Thursday's program, we know where the block button is now too. So yeah, we've got one intruder. Shoot him. Shoot him. No, I don't need money, Hanju Kim, but you will need money on Thursday to get into the show. And you know what? I always just, there's always the button. There's always a button here. But no, you're all right, Hanju Kim. Hanjun Kim. But yes, from here on out, it's a subscription-based podcast. The Friday Night Freak Show remains unsubscribed. But it's like the episode of Seinfeld. Remember with the jacket? Remember the jacket? The jacket was on sale, and George said, "Can you put this jacket away, and I'll come back and buy it?" And the lady goes, "No, no, no. That wouldn't be fair to the other customers." So you're all right tonight, Hanjun. But we're putting a firewall up next. No, you know what happened actually? On Saturday, we had all these fucking, oh, you guys, it says private. Blah, 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 blah. So we're just trying to work out the kinks to have as least complaints as possible. So in our first official night here tonight, yeah, that's all right, good Hanju Kim. You can stop talking so much now. See, to be honest, I would rather just make sure that, everyone that got in tonight got in, because on Saturday we had a big fucking issue. Oh, it's private, it's this, it's that. So I'd rather have one fucking person get through and everyone get in, and we'll adapt as we go. But I figured it out. I'm figuring this out as we go. Yeah, that's good, Hanju Kim. It's all good. All right, still scoreless in the St. Louis Blues hockey game with the Predators. 18-15 right now. What a fucking disappointment the Washington Wizards couldn't cover that fucking point spread, though, eh? Like, seriously. It doesn't matter with you guys. You're up by 10, you're up by 13, you're up by 16. Like, it just doesn't fucking matter. They should be all right going back home, but they have to be very frustrated right now. I mean, hell, I'm frustrated. I had to watch the Wizards in both these fucking games. And in both these games, you're fucking leading, you're up. I had the Wizards in game one, actually. I covered on a teaser. Because it was a sweetheart teaser. Like, complete collapses, guys. Listen, the Wizards aren't winning the series. Like, you guys just lost the series tonight. It doesn't mean you're not going to win at home a game or two. You can win both at home, but Boston are better, and I just don't listen. Basically, you're telling me that the Washington Wizards are going to win 4 of the next 5 games. That's what they have to do now. They're not winning 4 of the next 5. They might win the next 2, but you're not winning 4 of the next 5. You know, they got a 4-1 right now. You're not going 4-1 right now against these guys. You know, what has showed us that Washington's going to go 4-1 in the next 5 games? Come on, Utah. You got to hit these shots. You got to open looks. Utah's balling right now. They're hanging with Golden State. That's a good point, Brendan. That's a good point. Like, the Wizards and the Capitals, like, they're both the same. Like, you're just fucking chokers. Whatever. At least Leonis' teams are better than Pagula's teams. Like, the Capitals and the Capitals and the Wizards are a better combination than the Bills and the Sabres. So if you're a Washington sports fan, it's like, yeah, we'll get to the first round of the playoffs and we'll lose. But yeah, the Utah Jazz right now. The Utah Jazz right now. They're playing with house money. They really are playing with house money. They hadn't won a playoff series in 7 years. They beat the Clippers. They're into the second round. Yet, they're realistic about this. They're playing the Golden State Warriors. And the Golden State Warriors, you know, they're a juggernaut. Warriors are a juggernaut. It's not as if though, you know, Utah, you know, comes into this thinking, all right, we're going to beat these guys. They're like, you know what? If everything falls into place, we can beat these guys. But Utah's not playing with the same pressure. Like, Utah needed to beat the Clippers. If Utah didn't beat the Clippers, it would have been like, you know what, Hayward, you're good, but you guys all, you know, you choked, you didn't win. You know, they didn't have Blake Griffin. Utah did what they had to do. This is house money right now. There's no expectations on them. They're playing the best team in the world. Well, maybe the best team. I don't know, maybe the Cavs are, but yeah, we didn't want to chase Kim off here, Hanjun Kim. But like I said, it's all good, Hanju Kim. Don't worry about it. You do get the free sample, like Sports Actuary or whoever was in here earlier. You get the free sample. But yeah, we're gonna have to, Bruce. We're gonna have to. You missed me. Why did you miss me? Where was I? I've been on every day. Hey, what's up, Evans? The Sports Actuary. Sounds very official. 23-21. Thing with this game is, holy fuck. What a play. Golden, it's beautiful basketball. Like Golden State, they just did a give and go with Green and Curry. Bing, bing, nice and simple. Layup, bam. You got two good basketball teams, two good fundamental teams playing here. And as I say that, Ingles turns the ball over. Fuck. The problem with this is, like, just like this, like, you turn the ball over, a 2-point game turns into a 6-point game. Like the last 2 possessions, Utah got a little bit sloppy and Golden State capitalizes. Quick 5 points. Like, against these good teams, that's the difference with Cleveland Cleveland and Golden State and the rest of the league. We saw it with the Raptors last night. Raptors are competing. Bam. Quick 9-0 run. You know, yeah, momentary lapse of fucking reason, man, and it falls apart. Yeah, I forgot about the Cubs. I didn't forget. I was out earlier. Should have got in on that. 8-3 right now. He also gave the Astros today, too. Well, they're really not scoring in this hockey game. Is this gonna? You know, I keep thinking we're gonna get a scoreless game. We can go no first goal right now, plus 400. No first goal, plus 400. Yeah, a little bit lower score now, I would like. Not a surprise. Utah only has 21 points, 27-21. In-game total's 203.5, and the spread's 13.5, so we're right back to where we started. Fucking Wizards, fuck. Oh, we're close. Come on. Start playing. Fuck, the song is there, but it won't start playing. And we have another song. Yes, start. All right. No, not everything's perfect. All right, we'll take a quick break. And as you see, we're over the 2-hour limit, but we'll stay with you for a little bit longer here on the Twisted Tuesday Sports Rage Premium. Little hockey background noise for you.
can hear it all. I don't think we want to. A lot of stuff that you can't repeat, that's for sure. 124 left in the second, off the draw. One back. Moved in. Ryan Johansson back out to center. Petrangelo for the Blues. Sorokin out. Rolls it in. He keeps swinging in the backwards. Picked off by Paul Stastny. Tarasenko. Bottoms up. He kicks around. Going out here by Subban. Direct pass. Off the stick of Forsberg. Under the edge of the second period. Still no score in game 4. Forsberg coming back. Schwartz is taken down. Taylor Ward makes the call. And Schwartz is one of the guys for the Blues. He's a guy that can use his speed and play that chip and chase hockey and put the Predators in positions where you have to haul them down. And here he tries to chip this puck in. It gets broken up by Matthias Ekholm, and Ekholm's stick gets ran out and trips up Jaden Schwartz. But that's something that Schwartz can take advantage of a little bit more. Use that speed to create opportunities where the Predators have to take penalties. Fortunately for the Blues, their power play has not been something that has been a strength of their club here in the postseason. Only 2 for 22 coming into tonight. And 1 for 7. 0 for 11 on the road. Here's Stevens. Stastny inside. Tarasenko. Stastny on the wall. Straight away Steve. His shot blocked. Stastny, great save by Rivers. And recovery stop.
Holy fuck, I don't know how they didn't score.
Oh, this is a great job by the Predators to find ways to keep this puck out. But a good job by the Blues to get it some net front presence. Right here, it's a good block by Irwin initially.
Who's this announcer?
Chance opportunity, but
A great job by the Predators keeping it out. What do you mean by the Predators? Fuck, by the goalie.
let's keep an eye on Ellis if he's able to keep this out with his body or his hand. A good job of stealing the goal line right there, and then eventually it goes under Pecorine. In those situations, you want to make sure as a defender that you don't close your hand on the puck. Doesn't appear to be the case. But a good job by Ellis to do that as the officials are going to take a look to see if this puck did indeed cross the goal line. So they will review this with the situation room. 36.7 seconds left in the second period. Outstanding play by Pecorine.
Yeah, I always start rambling and forget what I'm talking about. So I was talking earlier about people being dumb and stuff, and you know, we tweet out the radio show. Oh, where's the radio? Where's the link? And people are starting to figure it out. It took a week. And about 80,000 tweets. But it's not just the Rageaholics. It's society wide, and it's fucking crazy. I was on my balcony here, and I have this like backyard garden type thing in my condo. And there's like a garden, and like the weather's bad, so it's not it's not up to snuff yet. You know what I mean? But basically, there's like a pond and stones and a bridge. It's like a little Nirvana type yard type shit. And there's like this grass, and there's a pond. And there's like 4 fucking signs, okay? There's 4 signs. They're everywhere. You can't miss them. They're everywhere. Like they're surrounding the fucking pond and the area. There's 4 signs, and it says, no dogs on the grass. Now, I love dogs. I like dogs better than people, so I got no problem with dogs. But the fact of the matter is, that grass, it's not for dogs to take a dump in, even if you're going to pick it up or take a leak. All right? Because that's all the dog is going to fucking do. He's going to see the grass. He's going to, I'll just fucking take a dump right here. So there's a bunch of fucking signs. It says, no dogs. Like, these people live here, though. You know, so I'm not even a rules follower, and this fucking bothers me. So I swear, every fucking night I look out there, and I see this fucking blonde chick with her fucking dog. And on the fucking grass. And I'm just wondering to myself, I'm like, what part of no fucking dogs on the fucking grass don't you get, Betty? Like, seriously. Like, and she knows it too, because she's looking up, because everyone in the balcony can see her, right? So you can tell she knows, like, I don't know what her deal is. I don't know what your deal is, because I see you come in, so it's like you walked your dog already. I don't know if like your dog takes one final dump or leak or like, but the thing is, this is why you never should let your dog on the grass in the first time, because now your dog's probably stuck in a routine and taking a dump at the same fucking spot there all the time. Because every night I see you in the same spot. But you're not alone. And it's like they all wait till it's dark out, fuck, eh? But I watch. I'm up all night. 3 in the morning, I know you're out there. So it's like, fuck, all night I'm just looking out there and I'm like, you and your fucking dogs, man. I'm like, how hard is it? It says. Like, there's signs everywhere. No fucking dogs on the fucking grass. It says, no dogs on the grass. So I'm always baffled by this. So, yeah, Kim, settle down, Kim. Now you're disturbing the other people in the chat, Kim. If you don't stop, we're just gonna boot you. You'll be the first booted person from Premium. You're disturbing the paying customers. Settle down, Kim. So the other day, I'm waiting for my elevator, and there's 3 elevators in my building. There's 3 elevators in my building. Holy fuck, dude. I'm waiting for the final word of advice. Oh, he's blocked. You know what Tua will do? Blocked and reported. Blocked and reported. That's a good thing about YouTube. That's a good thing about YouTube. Ric Flair is forever banned. He couldn't get in if he wanted to. He's blocked. And we reported him. So you try to be nice. You know, that's what happens. All we asked him to do was shut the fuck up. And I even asked nicer. I said, stop talking so much. That didn't work either. He didn't really say anything. He was just running his fucking mouth. Blah, 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 typing. I do like the report part, though. I don't block people on Twitter, but report. So I'm waiting in line for the elevator, and I got 3 elevators, and we got 3 elevators. And one of them's out of service, all right? And one good thing about this building is the elevators are very crisp. You know, once in a while I got a problem during the day, but it's only when someone's moving in. So the elevators are crisp. I like that here. I'm very impatient. I don't like waiting for elevators. So there's 3 elevators. They're all quick. It's a lot of fucking floors. I don't even know how many floors. To be honest, I really don't know. Somebody asked me how many floors. I don't even know. I never really looked. I never went to the top floor. You know what I mean? I never really looked at the elevator. I think there's 21 floors. My guess is 21 or 22 type shit. Pretty big building. So, there's 3 elevators only, but they're pretty fast. So one of them's out of service, all right? And it says out of service. Like it said, they put a sign on the, now first off, the elevator door was open permanently. So, you know, like, so it looks like someone's moving, but they're not moving. So like the door is like locked open. The door is locked open. And there's a piece of paper on the fucking door of the elevator. Like on the side part. A big white piece of paper. And it says, sorry, out of service. It's fucking like this big. So there's me and there's this other dude standing there. And we're both getting impatient, all right? We're standing there waiting for the fucking with the elevators. And we're not talking to each other. The guy's a dick, whatever. I'm standing there. I can sort of see he's sighing and shit. And I'm burning. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, fuck, this is taking a long time. And I'm standing there and forever. And then this blonde chick comes in, all right? This blonde chick walks up. She stands there with us for a second. And then she walks into the broken elevator and starts pushing buttons and stands there for like a minute. And you can hear her exasperated. She's like, you know, like, what's wrong? And then finally, like, I don't know, like she realizes, she hears our elevator shows up. So she gets out and gets in with us. And I sort of just looked at her like fucking, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, what part, like, didn't you understand, like, of that? Like, you know, was the elevator door locked open, not a sign to you that the elevator wasn't working? And then secondly, was not the big, this elevator is out of service sign not tell you that this elevator doesn't work? This fucking shit gets in there, starts pushing buttons, and it's like, I was just watching her. Me and the other guy were watching her, just sort of like, I was thinking about the dog. I was like, what's wrong with you people? I was like, do you what is wrong with you? Like, I really wanted to ask her. I wanted to ask her, like, did you not believe the sign? Like, did you think, well, the elevator says it's out of service, but it's a lie? Did you think that the door was locked open because of what? Like, what is your logic, lady? Like, you're paying $2,000 a month rent here. So what is your logic? Like, what do you do for a living? What is your logic that you think? What is the logic that you think that that it's saying out of service? It says out of service. Out of service means out of service. Out of service means this elevator doesn't work. It doesn't mean I'm going to hit the buttons and suddenly, like, I got to tell you, if I fucking see an elevator and there's something that says out of service, I don't even want to take that elevator. Like, this fucking chick's pushing buttons and getting all pissed off. I'm like, I really don't know what part of this elevator is out of service you don't understand. And the thing is, too, she didn't look dumb. Like, somewhat of an older lady. She, you know, I've seen her in the building before. Like, I never would have assumed that she was, like, you know, stupid. I see it on a daily basis, though. The whole dog thing pissed me off. And it's funny because I got angry about this And it wasn't even my house, and I was angry. Like 2 blocks away from me, it's the same thing. There's like a row of townhomes, and they all have their own little lawn in front of their townhome. And they all have these little signs, and it says, no dogs on the grass. And I walk past, and I see these bozos with their dogs taking a leak on the grass. And I'm like, are you doing this like to spite authority? Like, what's your deal? I actually wanted to punch the dude. I wanted to punch the dude. And it was weird because, like I said, it wasn't even in my condo. Just the way the guy looked, his face, and he's sitting there with his dog. His dog's fucking taking a dump on the grass. And I'm thinking, you don't even live here. These people have a fucking it says no dog on the grass. There's a park a block away, jackass. People are baffling, man. The stupidity of society can be really, 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 really baffling sometimes. All right, so let's check in. Let's check in the real world here in our final minutes of the first ever Twisted Tuesday Sports Rage Premium. Jamal Charles signs with the Denver Broncos. Aaron Judge smashed a fucking television set in batting practice. Well, this is pretty crazy. Florida Gator field goal kicker hits an 81-yarder. Now, there was no one blocking or anything, but whatever. It's on video. He fucking drills an 81-yard field goal. Impressive. And in the real world, Hillary Clinton reared her ugly head today, literally and figuratively, and basically blamed everyone in the world for her loss once again, except herself. She was at some conference today, and she basically said, I would have won if it wasn't for Julian Assange and it wasn't for the FBI. Like, she really, whether you support Trump or not, like, the fact is, Hillary lost, and nobody cared about the WikiLeaks stuff. Nobody even pays attention to the WikiLeaks stuff. She didn't lose because of Julian Assange. Yeah, it'll be something to keep our eye on, Babano, when the season starts. We know that the kid on Florida's got a leg. What else is going on out there? Nothing. This seems quite quiet night. Oh, Isaiah Thomas scored 53 points. Chris Carter rips Mike Glennon over his reaction to Mitch Trubisky pick.
How much sympathy?
I don't know. What did he say? Report, Mike Glennon feels cheated on after Bears draft Trubisky. Well, you can't exactly feel cheated on, Glennon. You haven't thrown a damn pass in your life for the Chicago Bears, and truth be told, you're lucky as fuck you're making $18 million this year. Like, the fact, like, you know what? Glennon should shut the fuck up. It's like, dude, next to Brock Osweiler, you're the biggest, stiff, highest paid bum in the National Football League. And only because Ryan Pace is a complete fucking idiot, general manager of the Chicago Bears, that he gave you $45 million. Basically, what was it? $18 million of it guaranteed? Yeah, like I ripped Eli Manning about the helmets last week. I don't hear Eli Manning complaining about Davis Webb coming in. In fact, Eli Manning said, I understand. Like he said, no, I understand. I'm not going to be here forever. They have to think about the future. Like, if you're Mike Glennon, like, what, you're worried about competing with Mitch Trubisky? It's like, dude, you're lucky you got $18 million fucking dollars. If I was the GM, I wouldn't pay you $8 million. Like, honestly, that's what I would pay you, actually. To be real, that's the ballpark I'd be willing to pay Mike Glennon. If I was a general manager in the NFL, there's no way in hell Glennon's getting more than $7-8 million from me, and you're the backup. I'll give you $6 million to be the backup. $18 million, fuck. Yeah, it's Putin's fault, Lisa. All right, here's the NFL salaries. Here's the list of NFL quarterbacks and how much they make. Andrew Luck is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. $24 million a year. Drew Brees makes $24 million a year. Kirk Cousins makes $23 million a year. Close to 24. He makes $23,943. That's because the Redskins are stupid. Like, the Redskins, instead of signing him to less than $23 million a year, you keep on franchise tagging him and you have to pay him in the average of the top 5. And you keep on, like, it's so stupid. You could have signed Cousins to like a 4-year, $18 million a year deal, but instead you're like, well, we don't know if we want to trust him with a long-term deal, so let's tag him every year. Let's pay him the top 5. It's like, Joe Flacco makes $22 million. He's overpaid, but he won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers makes $22. Russell Wilson, $21. Ben Roethlisberger, $21. Carson Palmer, $21. Eli, $21. Phillip, $20. Phillip Rivers, 20. Cam Newton, 20. Matt Ryan, 20. Tom Brady, 20. So Tom Brady's up to 20 this year. Tom Brady, 20. Ryan Tannehill, 19. So think about that. Joe Flacco, all these quarterbacks make more than Tom Brady. Andrew Luck, Drew Brees, Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, Carson Palmer, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, all make more money than Tom Brady does. To Brady's credit, Brady often gets underpaid to help the Patriots bring players in so he can win. He's still rich as fuck. Like Brady's, Brady's only on a 2-year deal right now. Brady's a free agent in 2020. $20 million a year, he's getting $41 million a year for the next 2 years. Brock Osweiler, 18. Now, Mike Glennon on average is getting 15, but he's making 18.5 of it this year. But on average, it's $45 million for 3 years. So here he is on the list. Oh, interesting. I didn't know how much Trubisky was going to make. So Trubisky's going to get the max, $7 million. This is how stupid the Chicago Bears are. So they're paying Mike Glennon $15 million. I said this the other night, and my numbers were right. It was about $30 million. They're paying Mike Glennon $15 million, Mark Sanchez $6 million, and Mitch Trubisky $7 million. So you're spending $28 million on the quarterback position. And you don't have one stud in the bunch. That's bad management, man. Jared Goff makes 6. Now we're into the low numbers here. The young guys. Mariota 6. Blake Bortles 5. Who's like the best deal in the league? The best deal in the league is Dak Prescott. Holy fuck. Dak Prescott is going to make $680,000. Dak Prescott makes less money than Davis Webb, who hasn't thrown a down yet. Connor Cook makes more than Dak Prescott. Geno Smith makes $1.2 million a year now. Dak Prescott makes $680,000. Trevor Simeon's a big bargain for the Broncos too. Like, you think about it, the Denver Broncos are paying their starting quarterback $583,000 a year. After taxes, he's making a couple $100K. He's the quarterback of the Broncos. And the worst thing is, he's not going to get a massive deal out of this in the end. Like, listen, he got a 4-year with their option. His total contract is $2,332,000. He's a free agent after 2019. So he's making on average $583,000 a year. That's good management, though. They're going to have to hook Prescott up. I mean, they got rid of Tony Romo, right? It'll be interesting to see, though, what they do. I mean, he's under contract to play for $680,000. It is what it is. If you remember last year, the week of the Super Bowl, it came up with Devontae Freeman, the running back on the Atlanta Falcons. Freeman made like $400,000 last year. $500,000 type shit, and Freeman's only due to be paid like $650,000 this year too. So Freeman told the Falcons, "Listen, this really isn't cool. We got to do something about this." So they said they're going to, take care of this. Yeah, he got a little bit of a bonus. But the thing is, you got to take advantage of it if you're a team. Like, if you're the Denver Broncos right now, you're like, all right, we're paying our quarterback $583,000. Let's load up with other players. You know what I mean? Interesting. I didn't know the entry level now, though. $7 million. Trubisky, 4-year, 29. So Trubisky gets $29 million, 4 years. Like, put it this way, like the Buffalo Bills have a 2-year deal with Tyrod Taylor right now. $30 million, $15 million per year. I would rather pay Tyrod Taylor $15 million a year than Mike Glennon. Andy Dalton's a pretty good quarterback for $16 million, actually, if you're looking at the monetary status here. But we appreciate everybody tuning in here this evening. Pretty smooth operation. Now that we're figuring this out. I gotta be honest. Saturday night, I didn't even do the same thing I did tonight. Like Saturday night, it just sort of willed itself to work. You know what I mean? Sunday night, there was a real technical problem that wasn't Patreon and it wasn't me. There was a problem. And in fact, today, when I showed Camera 2 Drew, I was like, this is what happened. He goes, oh, you got to do this. And he showed me. It was fucking hard. It was like click, click, click. I was like, whoa. But there were a couple of things that I was just sort of guessing over the weekend. I was like, fuck, I think I got to do this. Yeah, notice tonight, boom. I figured out the YouTube aspect of it now. Now I'm going to go block $30 patrons and up over, etc. And we won't have any stragglers cracking through. But nevertheless, I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you. You guys don't even have to thank me for the show anymore. No need to thank me. But yeah, look, we promised 2 hours. We gave you 2 hours and 51 minutes. So you paid about 50 cents an hour tonight. You're paying about 50 cents an hour for the entertainment. But this continues right into Morency Unfiltered, and it's funny shit. Me and Cam talk golf, hockey, and that golfer that was tweeting teenage girls. Other than that, you're on your own. Sports Rage Premium, Thursday night. Red Heat and Rage Radio tomorrow night, but we'll be back here on Thursday, if you're wondering, 9 o'clock Eastern. That's the standard start time for Sports Rage Premium during the week. Other than that, you're on your own. You guys fucking rock. Thanks for the support. We hope we make it worth it for you, right?